Nothing like your smile in the morning, following the linings on your cheeks. 'Cause baby, in your absence life is boring, so I'll never leave. It's easier to love when it's you by my side, shining through the cracks like the first morning light, feeling like it's...
Good morning and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, my name's Kenna. Subscribe. I would love to have you here. So today's video is going to be a little bit different than what I usually have on my channel, but this month is August, obviously. And August is Gastroparesis Awareness Month, and I have that condition. That was kind of the condition that started everything for me. Like, it completely flipped my life upside down. I'll give a brief background if you're new here, but I have a bajillion videos on my channel about pretty much everything, my whole journey, whatever. But little brief synopsis. If some of this information is honestly incorrect, if you go back and watch my videos, it's because like it's been so long now that I can't remember exact details. But I think in like 2018, maybe even 2017, 2018, I started having GI issues, and it was on and off for a bit. And then in 2018 it hit that on point again, and then it never went away. And then after testing and stuff in 2019 I was diagnosed with gastroparesis, and it's directly translated to paralysis of the stomach, but basically it just means your stomach does not empty properly. It empties super slowly, mildly slowly. Honestly, it depends on everyone. Everyone has a different degree of gastroparesis who has it, and everyone's affected differently. Everyone eats differently, everyone responds to treatments differently. Honestly, there's so much unknown about gastroparesis, and watching me and how it affects me is literally only fully unique to me. Obviously I have some characteristics of other people, but really can't put things in a box when it comes to gastroparesis because it affects everyone so differently. So just keep that in mind when you watch me go about my day today. Now in 2022 I just found out what is the cause of my gastroparesis, and that is Ehlers-Danlos syndrome. I have the hypermobile type, and that is what caused all of my GI issues. So I'm just going to be focusing kind of on gastroparesis in this video, but I also have POTS and slow intestinal motility as well. But I'll kind of be talking about them as well since it overlaps with my gastroparesis. But today's video is going to be just a day in my life living with my paralyzed stomach and connected to a tube, because that is as a result of my condition. But what's gonna make this video different than my other videos, because I do like a lot of gastroparesis days in my life videos, that's pretty much the majority of my channel. Those ones show how I live like with gastroparesis and don't necessarily focus on gastroparesis like a lot. But this video is going to hyper focus on how gastroparesis actually affects me throughout the day. So just warning you, this video is probably going to be complaining and not the most happy video, and it's probably going to get annoying at some points because I'm going to literally just be hyper focusing on gastroparesis. And the reason I choose not to hyper focus on gastroparesis in my other videos on my channel is because if I hyper focus on gastroparesis, that will make me very sad all the time, because then I actually realize how much it really does affect me day to day, and yeah, it's not great. So I'll probably give like little gastroparesis facts throughout the video, but if you do have any questions, leave them down below. I think I want to do a Q&A as well eventually this month. Well, on today's agenda, I also run a small business, if you don't know. So I pretty much work on my small business every day. That is like my job, so that's what I will be doing today. I'm getting ready for another restock, so yay. I'm pretty sure the restock will already be live. I'm nauseous right now, so that's great. I'm just trying to ignore it. But today I'm just gonna be working on restock stuff because I'm gonna be restocking soon. Oh yeah, so another little intros, if you're new here watching this, is I have a GJ tube. I got it placed in February of 2021, so I've had it for over a year, and I got it just because I couldn't sustain my nutrition, and I failed, I'm not gonna say all medications because there's definitely probably more out there. I failed most of medications that is out there for gastroparesis and slow intestinal motility, and I had the G-POM surgery, and personally my doctors didn't recommend or push for a gastric pacemaker, so if they weren't I don't know, I just didn't feel comfortable doing that. So at this point the feeding tube is something that I needed to help me sustain nutrition. I get the majority of my nutrition through my tube, but I also eat orally. Everyone with a tube in gastroparesis is different. Literally, some people intake all their food orally, some people intake all their nutrition with tube feeds or TPN, and some people do partials. Just don't assume anything about what you see here if it applies to other people. One of the most annoying things, honestly, and I hate to complain about it, is feeling like you're attached to a leash, because I'm on feeds for pretty much the whole day and it just is annoying dragging this thing around. But it gives me nutrition, so yay. So after all that talking, I am going to start working, and that helps to distract from my nausea. If this nausea doesn't go away, or it doesn't ease up in a little bit, I will have to take a Zofran, but I try to save my Zofran for last resort. For me, personally, once again, for me, for the reasons of I don't want it to become less effective and it worsens constipation, and I have that issue. So the first thing that we're gonna start working on today is I actually got to make a to-be set for a giveaway that I'm being involved in, or that I'm involved with. So I gotta make it, and I need to take a picture and send it in so we can get kind of like the giveaway photo and everything set. So I'm gonna make that.
The days and the nights, living in your arms as years go by. It's easier to fall. Easier to fall. There's nothing like the way that you adore me. I can feel love from miles away.
Okay, so I finished sewing the actual sets. I need to take a picture of these now with the matching to-be tape, because that is what's going to be available. Then I'll have to send that in, but before I do that, I need to go take a Zofran, because my nausea isn't getting better, and it's honestly pretty bad right now to where it's pretty bothersome, and that's all I can think about. I have like different degrees of nausea. I feel like when you have nausea for so long, you kind of learn when you need certain treatments, and right now I need a Zofran because it is consuming all of my mental energy thinking about how nauseous I am and how much it sucks. So let's go get a Zofran. Okay. Hi, bro. And let's hope that this helps me feel better. Right, Realm? Yeah, come here. Okay, I got the photo. There it is. I'm gonna go ahead and send that in now. My hair's a mess, but hydrate. After I took the photos, I panic altered a design that's gonna come out soon. So I literally remade those, and I just finished taking pictures of them. So I'm gonna have to go through and edit them now and like pick the photos. I forgot to update, but the Zofran did help, yay. And I'm actually getting kind of hungry now, which is exciting. So today I'm actually going to get a smoothie. Sometimes smoothies are a hit or miss with me, but today we're gonna try. I'm gonna get something that I think will not make my stomach upset, but the big reason I'm making a smoothie is because I actually had to drain yesterday because of how bad the nausea was. And for those who don't know, I have a GJ, and I get fed through the J, which is through my jejunum, which is my intestine. Then I have the G tube as an option. Well, I mean, it's one tube, but the G portion of the tube, I have the option to drain stomach contents if my symptoms are really bad. And once again, draining is like kind of set by your doctor and like what your doctor wants. My doctor just said drain whenever you're symptomatic, but for me, I honestly just drain. That's even like a last resort. Like I take Zofran first, and then draining for me is a last resort because I want to keep the calories, I want to keep the hydration, because that is, I rely on oral intake as well for nutrition and hydration. So for me, it's like absolute last resort, and usually it's like 1 to 2 times a week that I drain, more if I'm in a flare. Sometimes I don't even drain if I'm doing well. But yesterday I had a drain, and like I said, my stomach is very so I want to have a food that has the ability to drain if need be. So that's why I'm choosing a smoothie today, even though sometimes they don't sit well. If it doesn't, I have the opportunity to drain if I need to. But here's to hoping that we won't have to. We're gonna go out and get the lunch now, because I don't have stuff to make smoothies. This is the process that I have to do to go out. So I just take the whole thing, shove it in here. I always like to pick out a 2B set for when I go up. Well, I assemble myself, where I'm going to tell you how you get diagnosed with gastroparesis if you don't know. Something called the gastric emptying scan. You eat radioactive eggs and they watch it in your stomach for 4 hours to see how much empties, and then based on the percentage left, then it's like classified if you have gastroparesis or not. I think it's certain places have different guidelines, but like the usual is like if you have more than 10% left after 4 hours, then you are considered to have gastroparesis. I've had 3 gastric emptying scans in my life. They all showed gastroparesis, and then I also had, I did smart pill at one time, also showed gastroparesis, and then I've had a CT enterography before. That's not necessarily to that's not necessarily to show gastroparesis, like that's not a diagnostic tool, but it very much showed that my stomach does not move. So, but the gold standard is a gastric emptying scan. Okay, let's roll. I chose the strawberries, and then we have port cover and the clip. Oh, that's so good.
That's good.
Yeah. I forgot to take these before, but I have my meds to take, and these are mainly for my colon. Motegrity can also help the stomach, but I don't notice any difference in my stomach, unfortunately. But these are the only thing that keeps my colon moving. It's the combination of Motegrity and Linzess. Not one on their own. Somehow it's only the combination. I've tried only being on one of them, but it does not work, unfortunately. But I'm just glad that this combination has literally helped my symptoms like the most. But I'm gonna go drink my smoothie now. I finished my smoothie and it made me nauseous and exhausted. I have some spearmint tea and that's actually been helping. So yay, sometimes it helps, sometimes it doesn't. But this does help, and I really think it's helping this time because it was a liquid that I had for lunch. But I'm just working on stuff for my next restock. I need to work on like preparing all the posts and everything, which is a lot more than it usually is. These are multiple posts, but I literally have 3 full pages of stuff that I typed up, and then I'm working on getting all the photos and stuff together. So I'm just gonna keep working on this, but I'm not gonna film it because I'm just gonna be literally sitting here like this. Okay, I just stood up after laying down for a while and my POTS was heavily activated, and now that has made my nausea worse. So I'm going to get a ginger chew from my 2-pound bag and we're gonna try this before going to Zofran, but we'll see. But my feeds are done now, so I'm gonna unhook. This is the best part of the day, is when I can be free from my leash. I give myself a couple hour break. Obviously you have to do what your doctor tells you to, but like I said, what I'm doing works well for me. Labs are all good and everything, so this couple hour break doesn't set me back at all. And it's amazing because if I did not have this break, it would definitely take a toll on my mental health, because it really is so frustrating to be attached to a tube for all hours of the day. Hello.
Hello.
It's the best time of the day.
Yay! Unhook her.
Blush, blush. I'll bring you closer so you can see how extensions work if you don't know. So if you see G, J, this goes to intestines, this goes to stomach, twist, and close. There we go. And this is the piece that attaches. And then you just rinse this out after every time you use it. I just made the decision to postpone restock day. My mind just went through a whirlwind of emotions the past like 2 hours, and I decided it was best not to do lunch next week. There's way too much going on and I just cannot handle it. I can feel myself close to a breakdown, so to prevent that, I am postponing lunch day until the following week. I'm still nauseous. The ginger chews help for a little bit, but it's wearing off. So now I'm gonna try these for a little bit, and then if these don't work, then I'll take a Zofran. And I feel like when you're watching this, you're probably like, why didn't you just take the Zofran? I know, like, I feel like when I'm editing, I'm gonna be like, just take the Zofran. But like, sometimes the ginger chews actually help enough to where I don't need it. So there's still stuff that I need to do today, but I'm still feeling very overwhelmed. I need to water my plants today. I'll probably sit, relax, let my mind calm down, and then I'll water my plants. What else did I need to do today? I don't know, but I need to water my plants. Zofran time. My stomach is eating my tube. Okay, so the Zofran helped. My stomach is now eating my tube. So I'm actually kind of hungry now. I don't know, my stomach is so weird, but basically my stomach is empty now, finally, I think. And my stomach is currently trying to digest my tube, as you can see. Yeah, so it does that. It's not the most comfortable thing in the world. Sometimes it's painful, but like this time it's not too bad. It's just uncomfortable. I'm not gonna eat yet because Joseph is still working and I want to eat with him, so I'm gonna wait, or at least see if I can wait. If not, I'll probably have like a bite of like a cracker or something just to get it to stop from popping. Hello, I'm gonna try eating now. So Joseph actually went out to eat with his brother and they went to a really good pizza place, but my body cannot handle pizza right now, so it hardly ever can. I had to be feeling like really good to try pizza, but not in the cards for me today, unfortunately, so I'm staying home. But he did pick me up one of my safe foods. Oh, he got the wrong thing. Oh well. I got a slushie. He was supposed to get a cheesy fiesta potato, but he got another safe food of mine, which is a spicy potato soft taco with no lettuce. But I was worried that I wouldn't be able to handle the whole taco, and I just wanted to get like the little potato. But we're gonna try this anyways. For some reason it looks smaller than normal, so that's good. I'm gonna have this, and if you're gonna judge what I eat, you can leave, because this is a safe food and it gives me calories, and honestly that's the most important thing for me. So I'm gonna eat this and watch Criminal Minds and just relax. I finished the taco and so far I'm okay. I'm a little nauseous. We'll see how it sits. I just finished watering 10 of my plants that needed to be watered, so yay for that. Now it's shower time and like get ready for bedtime, which I like when it's all over, but it's always so hard for me to start because I just know it's like a lot of work and I'm exhausted by the end of the day and don't feel like doing anything. So I procrastinate, but I know how nice it will feel once I'm all showered. I do my skincare, my tube care, set everything up. So come on, let's go. We can do it. We can do it. I didn't get up. I'm so tired. But like, not like sleepy tired, just like physically tired. Don't have that energy or motivation to like take a shower or do anything. I have to though. Okay. Oh, no. I'm gonna shower and then I'll come back to you with like tube care and everything. Okay, shower is done. Hair is washed. It is now time for tube care. I still have some skincare to do, but like I have multiple things to put on my face, so I have to like give it time to, you know, I have to give each medication time to like settle in. So first thing, this has actually been working really well for me after my abscess I had around my tube. After my abscess, things were just never the same with my stoma. Honestly, it looks pretty good still, but I had a lot of issues with like pain and stuff, but ever since this little routine that I have, I don't have the pain and my stoma looks pretty good. Should I show you it? If you're grossed out by like openings in the body, then maybe don't look. I personally don't think it's gross. Okay, so here is what my stoma looks like. Okay, I'm trying to get you a better view because it's hard to hold it with one hand. But yep, there is my stoma. There's a little bit of like scarring or something. That's where my abscess was, but other than that, like everything looks pretty good. So tube care, I do this. Obviously I let my stoma dry and I dry it off after the shower and then put this on, and then I kind of just let this air dry, and then you'll need some gauze. And it comes with two, but I just used one. And then I get these things on Amazon, and I just used one of these. And then I also got this on Amazon, and I just put some of this on here. This is now like dry and sticky, the barrier wipe. And I just take this and I just put it all around the stoma. And then I take the gauze and I just put it around. And now, feed setup time. I'm setting them up right now a little bit later than I would have liked. I usually like to have them set up like 7:30, 8 o'clock, but I think it's like 8:30 right now. I've been on this formula now for almost a year, which is amazing because this formula has seriously been like my miracle formula. Prior to this one, I was honestly struggling so much. It was truly awful. I was at like my lowest weight ever, and I was just so tired. I could not do anything, just exhausted. But this formula truly changed everything, and it's been a year on it and completely transformed me. So yay for Peptamen. Obviously everyone's different, but if you're on tube feeds and your formula isn't doing best for you, I would maybe talk to your doctor about trying something else, because I've tried 4 formulas including Peptamen, and Peptamen is hands down for me the one that works best. I know some people do really well on like Kate Farms, but personally for some reason I I don't know, I couldn't tolerate it, which is fine because I found my formula. You just need to find the one that works for you because everyone's bodies react so differently. Oh, and I'm in the process again of trying to see if I can get my formula covered by insurance. It hasn't been covered by insurance this whole time, but with my new genetic diagnosis, I'm gonna try and see if I can get it covered now. But I'm not gonna bore you with the whole process as it's long and my GI office sucks with communication, so it's gonna be a while. But let's prime. I have my extensions here and I rinsed this one out. It probably doesn't look like it, but that's because this one's almost, I change extensions every week, and this one only has like 1 day left, so it's dirty. Okay, I prime. Why do we prime, babe?
We prime so that it gets all the way to the end.
What would happen if I didn't prime it?
You didn't prime it.
Yeah.
You get bacterium, right? What is that? Is that an extension?
Yeah.
You primed it with water?
Yeah.
I didn't know you did that. I thought you only primed your little
Well, I do.
thing. See?
So why do I prime this?
So the air doesn't get in.
Exactly. I would literally be pushing air.
Oh, so you put water in it.
Yeah. Okay, so flushy flush. And then I didn't use my G extension, or I didn't use my G tube at all today. Yay, but I still gotta flush it just to keep it open and make sure it doesn't clog. I've honestly never had issues with clogging. Thank goodness. Don't do as I do, but I've accidentally gone like 2 to 3 days without flushing my G tube before because I don't use it, and it still flushes. Yay. But I try to, I can take, it like comes up. That's why I hate pushing water in my G tube, because it's really uncomfortable for some reason. I'd much prefer to drink versus pushing water in my G tube. And then take this, and good to hear, if you don't have ENFit, if you have a tube and you don't have ENFit, I highly recommend ENFit, because I used to literally, my tube used to leak in the bed all the time because my intestines would like literally burst open the other hole. Like, that's not even an exaggeration, and formula would just leak out everywhere. But now I do not have that problem with ENFit, so yay. And then I just turn it on, and this pump saves all your settings, so I just press run. Yeah, Joseph came home from dinner and he always blow dries my hair for me, which is so nice because I never have the energy to blow dry my hair, so I never do. And my hair like just dries a frizzy mess, but since he's been blow drying it, it looks so good, so he's gonna blow dry it for me. I finished getting ready for bed now, and now I just chill in bed until like 10:30, and then I go to bed. I hope you enjoyed this video and seeing more so what it was like living with gastroparesis. Honestly, this was like a pretty good day, I would have to say. Not my best, but a pretty good day because I didn't have to drain. I only had to take Zofran twice, and the nausea wasn't so debilitating all the time. So yay for that. And so far, the taco is sitting well, which is honestly amazing. It's sitting better than the smoothie right now. So yay for that, and I hope that it stays that way. And here's just another reminder, I always get so nervous posting about like what I eat in a day along with the feeding tube, because like there's so many common misconceptions when it comes to eating and feeding tubes. But like I feel like if you don't know much about like feeding tubes and stuff, you think that if you have a feeding tube you don't eat by mouth, but that's not always the case. And personally, that's not the case for me. I get my nutrition from my intestines and my mouth, because personally I cannot sustain myself with just one. I hope that makes sense. But if you have any questions, please leave them down below and I will answer them. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to give this video a like and a comment, and to subscribe for new videos every Saturday. And I hope to see you in my next video. Bye.
I wanna stay.